So I just do intro and then I pass it.
Does it work past the 40?
All right, I will.
Okay.
Do I turn it off or do I just stop?
As long as the game isn't going on, we're fine.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kallie Schoenbaum, and I'm here at Harry B. OREM Stadium on our very own trailer Azar Field. For tonight's matchup, we have the LANIER Volks and our very own Alamo Heights Mighty Mules.
We're here live with Coach Joseph Voight. He's the special teams coordinator. And what else, Coach? What else do you do?
I also coach secondary on defense.
All right, cool. So tonight's matchup against LANIER, what are some things we can look forward to on the defense? Y'all been flying around all season. What can we look for? Anything different this game?
Again, we're just looking to always great effort. Got 11 guys running to the ball, and it's really never about the opponent that we're playing. It's always about us just getting better week in and week out.
Awesome. So effort. Let's talk about messaging. What is the message this week to find a standout performance?
Leaving.
Awesome. So who are your standout players that we need to watch out for tonight?
Reese Harwood on special teams has got 4 blocked punts on the year, so he's looking to add to that. I think that's a school record. And then just a bunch of guys flying around on the defensive side. Adrian Rodriguez, Harrison Sobey. And then you got guys in the back end, Ethan Ball, Corbin Gunter, Jackson Duffin, trying to help lead the defense.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you for your time tonight. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight. Kallie, over to you.
So what are some of the key players that we should be watching out for tonight?
Players to watch. We have our number 2. Running backs are pretty solid. But I mean, nothing gets
up to tonight's game.
we're not going to hide it, right? Alamo defeated now, rough year, but message this week and this year, and just our motto is never say die. We're going to fight to the end. Doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter where we're at on the replay.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great game, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A reminder that Alamo Heights High School, Harry B. Orem Stadium, has a alcohol in the back door and weapons free facility. Their use here is strictly prohibited. Fans are also reminded that crossing from one side of the stadium is not permitted. There's no reason to purchase alcohol. In addition, the use of those devices is restricted. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A reminder that Alamo Heights High School and Harry B. Orem Stadium are designated drug, alcohol, tobacco, and weapons-free facilities. Their use here is strictly prohibited. Fans are also reminded that crossing from one side of the stadium to the other is not permitted, and there's no re-entry without purchasing a new ticket. In addition, the use of noise-making devices is restricted to Alamo Heights Independent School District approved items, including clappers, bang sticks, and cowbells. All other noise-making devices are prohibited. Areas designated for handicap seating along the concourse in front of the stands are only for use of fans with disabilities. Thank you for your cooperation. And finally, for your safety and for the safety of the students on the field, coaches, and officials, fans are not allowed on the field or running track before, during, or after the game. Alamo Heights Independent School District appreciates your cooperation regarding these important announcements. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Alamo Heights Independent School District, Superintendent Dr. Dana Becerra and Athletic Director and Head Football Coach Ron Ritteman, we welcome you to Harry V. OREM Stadium and Trailer Azar Field on the beautiful campus of Alamo Heights High School for Texas high school football at its finest. This evening, the Alamo Heights Mules host the Lanier Vokes and their head coach, Sal Tellez, for tonight's District 14 5A Division II matchup. I'd like to call your attention to our video scoreboard throughout tonight's game for replays and special announcements courtesy of our sponsors. Fans, as a reminder, our game tonight is played in accordance with the rules and regulations of the Texas University Interscholastic League. Sportsmanship is expected by coaches, players, and fans alike. UIL game officials for tonight's contest are from the San Antonio chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Our referee this evening is David Eggleton. The umpire is Ned Butler. The head linesman is Hector Ramon. The line judge is Ronald Baggett. The back judge is David Laredo. The field judge, Pete Hero. The side judge is Andy McCamey. Our 25 and 40-second timer is Willie Jackson, and the game clock operator is David Dunbar. Directing our video operations tonight is John Munoz. Our press box supervisor is Les Bradley. My spotter in the booth, the Hall of Famer, Rick Henderson, and I'm your stadium announcer, Mark Supazay.
Here we are, testing, 1, 2. Okay, Eric, this is it, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are at OREM Stadium, Alamo Heights, Texas. We've got a District 14 matchup tonight between the Lanier Vokes. A Voke is a cog in a big wheel, or a bigger wheel. Maybe also for Lanier Vocational School. The Mules, of course, are the Mules. They come in here at 7-0 in district play. The Vokes at 3-4. The Vokes are still alive in terms of a playoff spot in District 14. Conley McKenna, the quarterback, has passed for 24 touchdowns this season, only has 18 incompletions for the entire season. That is me talking, and now we're going to try to match Bill. Bill's going to talk now. Bill.
Hey, good evening, Eric. We're here, as you said, at OREM Stadium, and we all know that you are the cog that makes this whole thing run. It's a beautiful night for football here. Temperature's going to be in the mid-60s. We've got a stiff breeze out of the north-northwest at 15 to 18 miles an hour, and it's going to cool down into the low 60s by the time we're done tonight. So if you're out there in shorts and shirt sleeves, bless your heart, you're going to freeze your tuchus off. All right, hey, we're looking forward to a game tonight.
All right, back to me. This is my level. The field is now pretty much in shade. Going to be the coolest kickoff temperature that I have had in any of the games I have done this season, probably down in the upper 50s by the time we are done. Alamo Heights has already wrapped up the district, and they're just waiting for their playoff run and to see who they'll play. Probably it'll be Lockhart at this point. It was going to be Kerrville-Tivy, but Tivy beating Veterans Memorial last night changed that picture. In all likelihood, it will be Lockhart here at OREM Stadium in 2 weeks. That's my level. Bill's going to talk again briefly.
You know what, though, in high school football, you never know what's going to happen. We've had games where teams that shouldn't even have gotten off the bus have won games, and yet we got playoff races that are still up for grabs in several of different districts around the San Antonio area. And I'm running out of things to say, Eric.
All right. Okay, Eric.
Boring.
All right, Eric, that's it. That's our levels. Any adjustment necessary, let us know. All right, I'm going to go see what he... Okay, this is all I'm getting for some reason. Yeah, I can go back up. Okay, what did Eric say? Does he sound? So we. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now they're not hearing us.
All right. Warming it up.
Have you noticed any cracks in your driveway or sidewalks? What about parts of your patio or pool deck that seem to be sinking? If so, don't let the problems get worse. Call the company you can trust, Bear Foundation Repair. We offer permanent, cost-effective solutions to level and protect your concrete for years to come. With over 50 years of experience, we're the experts to restore value and safety to your home. Call today to schedule your free inspection.
We thought we'd remind you that it's a great day to be kind.
We love football season. It's all about coming together, celebrating each other as a school, working together to accomplish something amazing.
That's why we think it's a great day to be kind is so important. At the end of the day, it's our kindness and our compassion towards others that makes us Alamo Heights.
So at the game today, remember to be kind.
Be kind to our custodial staff by throwing away trash in the designated trash cans across the stadium.
Be kind to our opponents and our officials and show good sportsmanship. It's so good.
Be kind to those around you by giving plenty of personal space, especially in the student section.
When we all work together, our small acts of kindness grow. It creates something bigger than each one of us. So remember, next time you get the chance, just be kind. It makes all the difference in the world. And remember, it's a great day to be kind.
Greetings, Mule fans. There's no place like Alamo Heights ISD, and I'm excited to welcome all of you to a new season of athletics. I know that we will build on the successes achieved last year, and I look forward to cheering on our athletes and coaches as they reach greater heights. We all continue to enjoy the stadium improvements and our beautiful Mule Dome, and we appreciate the support of our community who made these facilities possible.
Yeah, they really did a heck of a job on this complex.
Yeah. Construction projects in the district. We know updated and innovative spaces like these allow us to meet the needs of our students as they grow into our Alamo Heights ISD profile of a learner. We are excited to celebrate our teams and to showcase the performances of our students. whether they are competing and performing on the field or cheering from the sidelines.
No.
These events offer our Alamo Heights community an opportunity to highlight the spirit, talent, and strong work ethic.
Why can't we just have a fucking picture?
Outstanding public school experience at AHHS. I'd also like to highlight the commitment of our coaches, directors, and sponsors who have each dedicated themselves to helping our students become the best version of themselves through these athletic and extracurricular opportunities. Finally, thank you to all of our amazing mule fans for helping to maintain a safe, encouraging, and supportive environment for everyone at our events. Such a privilege to support these hardworking students. Mules up.
Since 1905, HEB has been proud to work with Texas growers because honestly, there's no taste like home. That's why we created our Texas Roots brand, which supports farmers and brings fresh, local produce to you faster. Whether it's strawberries from Poteet, greens and onions from the Rio Grande Valley, or dozens of other grapes grown around the state, we bring the best of Texas farms to Texas tables. Texas Roots, another reason why at my HEB, here, everything's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alamo Heights High School Class of 2023 Senior Recognition Ceremony. Tonight, with great pleasure, the Alamo Heights varsity football and cheer organizations honor the seniors of the Class of 2023. We recognize these seniors for their unwavering commitment and dedication to varsity football and cheer, their outstanding leadership, and the examples they provide to their fellow students and the Alamo Heights community. We also recognize the special friends and family members in their lives whose love and support has contributed to the success of these seniors. Please direct your attention to the field and give a warm welcome to the seniors, Class of 2023. In a few moments, as each student's name is called, they will step forward to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Up first, at wide receiver, Rhett Anderson. Rhett is escorted by his mother, Melanie Anderson, and his father, Garrett Anderson. Wide receiver number 4, Jack Sawyer. Jack is escorted by his mother, Allison Sawyer, and his father, Jason Sawyer.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Sound check, Eric. You should be hearing us now. And this is me. This is Ted. This will be about the level that I will be at during the game. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we are at Alamo Heights, OREM Stadium, on what will be the coolest night we've had for a kickoff. It is 66 degrees at kickoff, going to be down about 59. Senior night here at OREM Stadium. All of the parents are here. Alamo Heights is trying to win their 8th straight district game this season, their 18th straight district game dating back to 2019. The Lanier Volks come in at 3-4. They are still alive in the district in terms of a playoff berth, but it's a daunting task when you play the Alamo Heights Mules. Now Bill's going to talk.
All right there. Good to talk to you tonight, Eric, as we sit up here high above OREM Stadium watching the Southwest Airlines plane coming in on final. We've got a lineup of Oh, my goodness gracious, probably a good 100 seniors out there with their parents, and they're being announced. And really special. These kids and their parents get to go out there on the field tonight and participate in this long-time tradition here at Alamo Heights. Other than that, Eric, is there anything else you'd like me to talk to you about?
Eric, well, this will be me again. We're trying to match our levels as we get ready for this District 14 game. Alamo Heights in a couple of weeks. We'll have a playoff game here. We thought it was going to be Kerrville-Tybee, but Tybee upset Veterans Memorial last night over at Rutledge Stadium in a thrilling game, 35-31. So right now it appears likely that it will be Lockhart coming here in a couple of weeks to open up the playoffs against the Alamo Heights Mules. So this is our level, and we're going to wait for your word on whether or not we need any adjustments up or down. Okay, Eric? All right.
By the way, can you back down my headset?
Yeah, you're 4. Is that better for you?
Yeah, it's red. Go for it.
Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
Thanks. Right, we start on block A. Oh, shoot, he needs to be able to see the monitor if he's going to be doing the commercial.
No. They're firing him off from out there.
Oh, they are?
Okay. Eric, any adjustments? All right, we are...
No, he has control of everything.
Well, no, I mean, I have... right here. Why? What did he say?
Number 26, quarterback, Andrew Conlon. Andrew is escorted by his mother, Brooke Conlon.
Okay. You set yours where they need to be, and then I'll adjust mine. Are yours where they need to be? Hang on, Eric. I'm right here. All right, Eric. Let's. Are you getting me? You're hearing me? Okay. Okay. You've got my cell phone number, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Good meeting you. Oh. Okay. All right, Eric. I'm ready. Pardon me? Okay. So you need to hear me talking now, right? Okay. All right, here we are at OREM Stadium, Alamo Heights. Alamo Heights will play the Lanier Vokes this evening. The Vokes have an unusual nickname. A Voke is a small cog in a bigger wheel. The Alamo Heights Mules are 7-0. All right, the Alamo Heights Mules are 7-0 this season in district play. It appears that they will play Lockhart in a couple of weeks. We thought it was going to be Kerrville-Tybee, but Tybee winning against Veterans Memorial last night certainly changed the picture in District 13. So right now, pardon me, that sounds good. Okay, and now Bill's going to talk.
Interestingly enough, that ball game last night, Ted got to announce it, and the winning touchdown was scored. Caught in a trap. I can't walk out because
Hello, testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. You were hearing us. Everything was good. We should be you should be able to hear us. Testing 1 2. We are now 50 seconds away from airtime. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I know. We're just if you have a stroke, I'm going to be stuck doing this. Don't stroke on me out, buddy. Let's go. Let's have fun.
There are 2 weeks left in the high school football season. And while Alamo Heights has won the district title, there are 5 teams competing for 3 playoff spots in District 14, including the Lanier Vokes. And tonight, we've got the Alamo Heights Mules taking on the Vokes of Lanier on Texas Sports Productions. Howdy, Texans. My name is Ted Davis, along with Bill Seals. We are at OREM Stadium on the campus of Alamo Heights High School. The Alamo Heights Mules have steamed through their district play. They are 7-0, while the Lanier Vokes are 3-4 after an upset win last week against the Highlands Owls. And Bill Seals, when you play Alamo Heights this year, it's a daunting task for an opponent. You know coming into the game that to have a chance to win, you're going to have to score about 50 points.
Yeah, there's only one problem with that philosophy. They don't give up very many points. How many points have they given up recently?
Well, in the last 5 games, they have given up a total of 20 points.
All right, that works out, if I do the math correctly, about 4 points a game. So, let's see, 54-4. Wow, the odds aren't looking good unless you come in here with a game plan and you've scouted them out and you've got some sort of strategy to slow them down and also to get through that ironclad defense.
Now, let's take a look at the keys to the game, starting with the visiting team. These are the priorities for the Lanier Vokes.
Well, be good on first down. They can't get behind the chains for one. They've got to have positive plays on every play. Next, it's be who you are. In other words, you can't go out and rewrite the entire history of your team from the year. You got to do what you do it well, and hopefully it's enough to get by. And last but not least, minimize errors. You make a mistake against this Alamo Heights team, they will capitalize, no doubt at all.
Now let's flip it over and take a look at the keys for the Alamo Heights Mules.
Well, we know that the Lanier Vokes are going to run the ball. They don't throw a lot as it is usually, and their starting quarterback, we don't believe is starting tonight. He's not listed as starting quarterback, and the young man taking his place has only thrown 4 passes all year. Next, Alamo Heights has to stay healthy. You know, it's easy. They tell you don't look past a team, but when you've got such a disparity, at least coming in on paper, you want them to stay healthy. They don't want to have something happen that would jeopardize the rest of their season, because this is a team that's going to go a long way in the playoffs. And finally, dominate special teams. Alamo Heights has done something I hadn't heard about as a high school team in quite a while. You told me, Ted. They've had a pretty good run here on special teams, especially lately.
Yeah, they've had a block punt in 3 straight games, and they've had 7 touchdowns coming from their special teams this season. They have indeed been special this year for Alamo Heights. When we come back, we'll take a look at the keys to we'll take a look at the starting lineups. You're watching high school football, presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Did you get that? Coming out of the commercials, have a camera shot on the field, whatever's happening on the field. Not the scoreboard.
Seals. Let's check the starting lineups in the game. First of all, we'll start with the offense for Lanier. Vicente Chacon will be the quarterback. Jeremiah Huizar at running back. The wide receivers, Marquise Dixon, David Rodriguez, and Frankie Sanchez. Tight end is Damian Graciano. Robert Hernandez at left tackle, then Sylvester Perales, Xavier Ortega, Jacob Cruz, and Javier Rodriguez. The Lanier defense, Anselmo Ramos, Raul Ruiz, Leo Reyes, the down 3 linemen. Then you've got Damian Juarez, Joel Delgado, Andre Reyes. You've got Xavier Jackson as linebackers. Jordan Garcia and Frankie Sanchez, the cornerbacks. Marquise Dixon and Santiago Medina are the safeties. Now, for Alamo Heights, Conley McKenna, what a year he's having as a senior. Bennett Flesher at running back. Michael Terry, Rhett Anderson, Wyatt Thistle, and Henry Robeson are the wide receivers and tight ends. Jackson Hildebrand, Austin Supase, Caden Veal, Alfonso Sandoval, and Brooks Kieschnick are the tackles. The defense has been very good. The 3-4. Adrian Rodriguez at defensive end. Angelo Annis is the nose guard. Reese Harwood also as an end. The linebackers are William Hale, Harrison Sobey, Bennett Sanders, and Will Broderick. Andrew Connolly and Ethan Ball, the corners. Corbin Gunter and Jackson Duffin will be the safeties in the game this evening. We are almost ready for the kickoff here on this Friday night. The lights are on. The Mules are coming onto the field. The Lanier Vokes are on the far side. Bill and I will have the kickoff coming up next. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Dang, almost sounds like you know what you're doing there, young feller. Yep. All right, let's have us some fun here tonight.
I don't know the exact number, but I know it was over 3,000 games.
Well.
That was the Alamo Heights Marching Mule Band playing our national anthem here on the Alamo Heights campus. Ted Davis back with Bill Seals getting set for the opening kickoff of the Lanier Vokes and the Alamo Heights Mules. These two teams have met one time in their history, and Alamo Heights won that game. That was back in 2013. Coming into the game tonight, the Alamo Heights Mules have won 17 straight district games. They went 5-0 2 seasons ago, 5-0 last season. They are 7-0 this year. They have had a good run under Ron Ritteman. He's in his third season, and Bill, his record is an impressive 27-5.
That's a little bit more than impressive. That's actually pretty incredible when you think about it. The crazy things that can happen in high school football, plus you're turning over players. every couple of years, you've got a whole new crew that you got to get fired up, get them involved in your system, understanding how to run the system, what to do. But Coach Ritteman's, he's got a handle on this Alamo Heights program.
There you see some of the sideline players for Alamo Heights. Alamo Heights lost their season opener when they didn't have a lot of their seniors, but in district play, they beat Brackenridge 56-23, Highlands 49-23, McCollum 56-7, Burbank 62-0, Jefferson 56-6, undefeated Harlandale lost 48-0, and last week 69-7, the victory over Edison. Now, last week, Lanier pulled off an upset win over Highlands.
That's true. I was just going to mention, though, I'm wondering if does Alamo Heights consider you a lucky charm? I know you've done quite a few of their games, and it doesn't sound like there's been too many barn burners.
I think they'd be good without me.
Okay, well, I don't know. I know.
All right, here we go. It's 66 degrees at kickoff. By far the coolest night we have had for a Friday night lights action. Ethan Ball to kick it off, and our game will be underway here in District 14. Marquise Dixon, the deepest of three receivers, and this one will sail into the end zone and out. And this is where Lanier will have their first offensive possession. And we'll see who comes out. They were running Vicente Chacon as the first-team quarterback, but Sebastian Gallegos, who has been the better passer of their two quarterbacks, was also taking some snaps, but it will be Vicente Chacon to get this game underway at the 25-yard line. They've got William Hale, Sobey, Broderick at linebackers, and Reese Harwood has his hand on the ground, and Tommy Colligan is not starting in the game this evening. Handoff straight ahead to the running back. That's Weezar, and there is that stiff 3-4. Talked about their defense. The most points they have allowed this season was 42. That was in the opener. In district play, the most they have allowed is 23, and we mentioned only 20 points allowed by this defense in the last 5 games.
Well, you look at that front of that Alamo Heights defense. They got some stout fellas in there. There's some big boys in there, and you're not going to overpower this team in any way. And that 3-4, they've got a really active linebacking core. Their linebackers have really spread out the tackles.
And Anise at nose guard, 254, handoff to Weezar. He gets to the outside, and that's a good gain. He almost picks up a first down. That is Jeremiah Weezar, a senior. He's their leading rusher, 562 yards and 5 touchdowns, and that sets up a manageable third down. In fact, they're going to call it 3rd down and 1.
That looks like more like 3rd down and 3. They're moving the stick now.
They're moving the stick now, and we had an injured player on that play. Corbin Gunter, number 11, is coming off the field, and now Tommy Colligan is coming back on. And although they list him as a linebacker, he will play a lot of down lineman with his hand on the field, as he is right now on the right side of the formation. So 3rd down and short for the Lanier Vokes. They've got a 3-5 season record, 3-4 in district play. Chacon under center. I formation. You don't see an I formation much anymore. They give off to Weezar, and he will not pick up the first down. And Tommy Colligan into the game, making a play along with Harrison Sobey.
Well, that's an immediate impact on that defensive side. Comes off the sideline, shoots the gap, and stonewalls the running back, and a loss of 1.
The kicker is Emiliano Zonega. He's number 44. Rhett Anderson is back deep, and he is one of the better return men in the area. Anderson has returned 2 punts this year, 4 touchdowns, and he actually had a touchdown last week against Edison that was called back because of a hold.
Well, he's going to be punting into a pretty stiff 14 to 15 mile an hour wind.
Yeah, the wind
and they're going after it, but they don't quite get him. But that's a heck of a good punt.
Anderson will take it at the 30-yard line, and he is hit right there. But he breaks away to the outside. He is so strong. Now down the sideline, and he's going to do it again. Rhett Anderson to the end zone. Touchdown Mules. They had him stopped at the 30-yard line. He's 190 pounds, and Frankie Sanchez, number 2, couldn't bring him down. He got to the outside, and he scores.
Well, it wasn't just Frankie Sanchez. There was 3 white jerseys there. He spun out of that, broke a tackle. 70 yards later, there's 6 points on the board.
And that is their 8th special team touchdown of the season. That is remarkable. And that is the 3rd punt returned for 6 by Rhett Anderson this season. And now Corbin Gunter to hold. Ethan Ball, senior cornerback, who's also the kicker, will try to add the 7th point, and it is up and good. Did not take the Mules long to find the end zone. They lead 7-0. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Who ran that back? Oh, no. Oh, there was 3 of them.
Mule fans, the Mule coaches are selling the official Mules Illustrated All Sports program this evening. This year's program includes over 200 pages of rosters, photos, information, and senior ads for our amazing Mules athletes.
Per game during district play, and they'll kick it to the near side. Dixon will pick it up and be tackled inside the 10-yard line by Bennett Flesher. He's the starting running back. The offense has yet to see the field, and it's already 7-0, and now bad field position for the Lanier Vokes. By the way, during the game tonight, you can vote for our John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game. Go to johnwayne.com and vote. Just by voting, you'll be eligible for a $10,000 home makeover from John Wayne Service Company. And if you pick the player that Bill and I pick at the end of the game, you'll win 2 tickets to the San Antonio Gunslinger. So why not vote? Go right now. Vote johnwayne.com. Here comes the offense back onto the field. This is a Lanier offense that has only averaged 14 points per game this season. And they're down 7-0. This is Chacon in the shotgun. And he will keep it himself, and he will gain about 8 yards on first down. In their victory last week over Highlands, he ran for 160 yards in the game. They only threw 2 passes last week, Bill, and they were 0 for 2.
Yeah, we're not anticipating to see, air fouts or anything of that nature.
Air Coryell?
Yeah, Air Coryell. So,
well, they've got an injured player on the far side, and that's their quarterback, Chacon. I'm not sure what happened.
Well,
yeah, he got hit hard on the shoulder, and now he's going out.
Number 16.
And here comes Santiago Gallegos, who has thrown for 3 touchdowns this year, but that's an added problem for the Lanier Vokes. They lose their starting quarterback on their second offensive possession.
Well, we weren't expecting to see Gallegos tonight, but necessity...
Yeah, is the mother of invention,
right,
as they say.
And got him off the sideline. So
now they gained 9 on first down before Chacon went out. In motion is David Rodriguez. Gallegos will hand off to Mario Torres, backup running back, and he's got the first down across the 30 of the 25-yard line out to the 27. So they moved the chains. That's Mario Torres, a junior who has rushed for 3 touchdowns this season. Ball marked to the 27-yard line. Sanchez and Rodriguez to the near side of the field. Old-fashioned I formation. And they give it off to Torres again. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. This time a wave of blue jerseys stand him up. You can see Will Broderick in there.
Yeah, that was a little counter play there. with big old number 76, Robert Hernandez, coming around and clear. They got about maybe 18 inches on that run.
Mentioned it was 66 degrees at kickoff. We'll be down around 60 by the time the game is over. Had a cold front come through in the area yesterday, and it certainly has cooled things off. This feels more like fall.
Yeah, this is more football. It may not be South Texas football weather for the majority of the season, but it's definitely getting to be football weather.
2nd down and 9, 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff to Weisar. He's their best runner, and they stand him up for no gain again. And look at the offensive line getting very little push on that Mules defense.
Yeah, and it's interesting because size-wise, Lanier Volks have some big fellows up front there. And Alamo Heights has two big linemen up front, but I think most of their defense is based on quickness.
Their closing speed on plays is very impressive. Teams try to get to the corner against this team and just can't do it.
Well, this is a big 3rd down call here to set the tenor for the rest of the game. It's 3rd and 8.
2 wide receivers to the right. Weisar is in the backfield. He's the deepest in the eye. Handoff to Weisar, and again hit right at the line of scrimmage. That was Harrison Sobey. He was there, number 42. And here comes the punting team again, and I would kick it as far away from Rhett Anderson as I could. I would kick it to the sideline. It doesn't matter where the ball is, just don't let him run one back.
Put it up in the bleachers. By the way, I think after the game, I think Sobey is going to go into a bulldogging contest. He just absolutely manhandled the runner.
4th down and 8 as we play in the first quarter. Sunega to kick again. They almost get another block punt. They've had 3 in the last 3 games. They kicked it high enough to force Rhett Anderson to fair catch at the 45-yard line, but again, great field position for the Alamo Heights Mules. In the district tonight, we've got 2 other games being played, actually 3 other games. Burbank is playing Edison, Highlands is playing Sam Houston, and Jefferson is playing Harlandale. Now, right now, Alamo Heights has won the district. Burbank and Harlandale are tied for 2nd at 5-2. Sam Houston and Highlands are both 4-3, and Lanier is still in the playoff hunt at 3-4. And we will only have 1 week to go after the game tonight. Conley McKenna sets it up. We had illegal motion on the Alamo Heights Mules. Here's an interesting stat about Conley McKenna, Bill Seals. He has 24 touchdown passes this season, only 18 incompletions for the entire season.
You know, until you had told me that, I was doing a little research earlier. They have a quarterback rating as a team of 148, and I said, no, that can't be right. But given those numbers, it's pretty obvious and evident why the number's that. By the way, Lanier has no down defensive linemen. They've got 6 people hopping around, and that's what caused the false start.
Looks kind of like a conga line, doesn't it? Handoff to Flesher, and he will be hit behind the line of scrimmage, but strong enough to drag a tackler for a gain of about 4 yards. Leo Reyes, number 36, the defensive end, was there to make the tackle. I have not seen that this year. They look like the Rockettes doing a dance routine.
Yeah, you know, when I first looked up and I looked down at the field and I said, is there something going on with the field that it's making them happy feet or something? But there's literally 7 people were just hopping around, running forward and backwards and left and right.
They're doing it again. It was a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 11 after the penalty. McKenna sets up, throws it out near side, caught by Wyatt Thistle at the 50-yard line. That is short of the first down, bringing up 3rd down for Wyatt Thistle, his 10th reception of the season. Well, I guess you're hoping to confuse them a little bit, but that's a unique defensive style.
Well, it didn't affect the pocket. He got to stand in there, pick out a receiver, stand back, made a good, strong throw out here to the flat.
Now 3rd down and 5 from the 50. Conley McKenna, 190-pound senior quarterback. He has also rushed for several touchdowns this season, 6 in fact. And he throws it out to Michael Terry, who makes the catch at the 40-yard line. He is one of their better players. He has the first down inside the 40. Michael Terry is only a sophomore. He's 6'3", 205 pounds, and Michael Terry has found the end zone 16 times this season.
Goodness. That's a career for most high school receivers, 16 touchdowns.
He's returned 3 kicks for touchdowns this year, kickoffs.
Well, all that hopping around has not affected the Mules.
First down and 10, pistol formation. Bennett Flesher in the backfield with McKenna. Now Conley McKenna will keep it himself and across the 30-yard line to the outside, be tackled at the 25-yard line. McKenna is as effective with his legs as he is with his arms. I mentioned 6 rush touchdowns this season. Last week in the victory over Edison, he threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for 2 others. Now at the 24-yard line, calling it first down. Heights scored on a kickoff return of 70 yards by Rhett Anderson. Terry is to the top of the screen. Anderson down here to the bottom. McKenna keeps it again. Positive yards as he will pick up the first down inside the 15-yard line to about the 12. They have so many weapons. If they hand it off to Flesher, he can run. McKenna can run. That time it was an option play.
Yeah, they had the deep out pass over there to the left, the out pass to the right. I mean, 2 running plays by McKenna, and that's 28 yards.
Now first down and 10, ball marked at the 12. They can pick up a first down at about the 2. In the gun, McKenna. That offensive line has been so good this year, not only blocking for the run, but protecting McKenna. McKenna hit as he throws this time, and it's caught in the back of the end zone. Rhett Anderson scores again.
Absolutely gorgeous 13-yard pass.
That there, Bill, is one of the reasons why he is completing about 79% of his passes. He is such an accurate passer. And he's got Rhett Anderson, who just scored his 15th touchdown of the season. Make it 16 because he had the punt return earlier. And just like that, it is 13-0 with Ethan Ball trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead here in the first quarter. The left-footed kicker is up, and he is good again. 14-0, Alamo Heights Mules. You're watching high school football, presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team. Wise thing to do against this special teams unit. They'll take the ball at the 25-yard line.
And you had mentioned that McKenna had more touchdown passes than he had incompletions.
Yes.
He was a perfect 3 for 3 on that drive. So, I mean.
There he is. No, that's not Conley McKenna. That's number 15. Conley McKenna wears a headband. That's why I thought that it might have been him. Well, here comes Gallegos back out there as the quarterback.
That's always good to see.
Now, he had started a lot this year, so he's played a lot at quarterback. This drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They give it to Wiesar, and only a gain of about 1. Boy, we talked about being good on first down. When you have a steady diet of 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8, and you can't pass the ball, you got a problem.
You know, well, unless you're, you know, the Army offense, because they used to do nothing but run the ball. But,
yeah, I think they've picked up. No, they have not picked up a first down in the game. They came close. They had a 2nd and 1 on their first possession.
No, they've actually got 1 first down.
Okay, I thought they did. From the I formation, handoff to Mario Torres, hit behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson Duffin, number 6, was one of the first guys in there. And Jackson Duffin.
Alamo Heights is saying they have the ball, and the officials happen to agree.
And a fumble. They knocked it away, and in that scrum at the bottom of the pile, a fumble recovery, and the first turnover of the night goes to the Alamo Heights Mules. Well, there they are at the 25-yard line, up 14-0. I didn't see the ball come loose, but obviously it did.
There was that scrum. There was that big pile of players there where couldn't see much of anything, but somebody ripped that thing out before the running back went down.
We can hear the coaches next door for Alamo Heights, and they were saying, no, Roby does not need to be in. And sure enough, he came off, and Cullen Reynolds came onto the field. And I don't think they have the play set up right. We hear a lot of yelling. Now I think they've got it set. They've got plenty of time on the play clock. McKenna in the gun. McKenna sets up, throwing it deep for Rhett Anderson. Oh, he had him. And a rare instance where McKenna overthrew his receiver. He had him for a touchdown.
Yeah, he was about 4 or 5 yards behind the defensive back. It looked like the safety, he bit on the play action there, and it was all over but the shouting. It just a little bit too much of a direct line. He didn't put enough air under that ball to float it in there.
Bennett Flesher, the running back. Michael Terry to the left. Jack Sawyer, senior, number 4, is in the game to the right along with Anderson. On 2nd down, Conley McKenna will keep it himself. Roll left, cut inside the 20, inside the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, McKenna.
25-yard run.
We've talked about his legs and how good he is with the ball. 7 rushing touchdowns this season. And now 25 passing touchdowns, and look at this. It's already 20-0.
Well, that drive took all of 14 seconds.
Well, they have scored 3 touchdowns now. Yeah, and I think I wrote this down. Let me look at it. About 3 minutes and 40 seconds. It's taken them to score 3 touchdowns.
Well, you had a punt return, a 2-play drive, and then the 7-play. They're going
for 2. Gunter passing, incomplete, intended for the tight end Henry Robeson. They've been doing this once a game in each of the last few games. I think they're practicing for a couple of weeks when they'll be in a playoff game. 20-0 here in the first quarter. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Don't wait, call it. Up here's kickoff. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he dropped it. He can't fair catch it. Oh.
As we get back to play, David Rodriguez will fair catch the kickoff by Ethan Ball. Conley McKenna has thrown a touchdown to Red Anderson. He has found the end zone with his legs. And, of course, Red Anderson had the 70-yard punt return. And here comes that Alamo Heights defense out there. This is a very good defense. And in a couple of weeks, they'll find out how good they are when playoffs begin. They'll have one game left, and that'll be against Sam Houston on the road next week.
Well, we talked about it earlier about the fact that, it's not doing them a whole lot of good not having competitive games, for later on down the road. But hopefully they'll be able to overcome that lack of competition in their district.
Gallegos still in, pass to the sideline, caught by Marquise Dixon. A lot of blue shirts are there, a gain of 3 on first down. And the tackle made on the far side by Will Broderick, number 22, who started the year as a running back. In fact, he was the starting running back on opening night against Seguin. They've had a couple of injuries. Manny Harris is not playing again tonight. He's in street clothes. And they've moved Will Broderick to defense, and they haven't missed a beat. There you see the sideline and the training staff doing their job. Got a minute 42 remaining in the opening quarter.
If I'm Lanier right now, I'm trying to shorten this game. Let's keep that clock rolling and, a little ball control and keep the ball out of the hands of this Alamo Heights offense.
Pistol formation for Gallegos. Handing it off to Torres. He's got a big hole. If he's got the foot speed, he might score. Being chased by Conley. He's tackled at the 20-yard line, and a big play for the Lanier Vokes. That is Mario Torres, backup running back, a junior.
Yeah, Corbin Gunter ran him down after, oh my goodness gracious, that was
a big play. And now they have it at the 22-yard line.
Looks like about a 45-yard run.
And, of course, they moved the chains, and now very near the red zone for the first time in this game. We have less than a minute to play in the first quarter.
And that was strange. It was like the Red Sea parted, and there was nobody there.
Gallegos will hand off to Weezar, and Tommy Colligan read the play. The 234-pound senior linebacker, one of the better defensive players in the area. That is a loss on first down. Now Adrian Rodriguez coming out of the game. They've got on that down line now Carson De Leon, Angelo Anise, number 96, and Reese Harwood, number 55. Second down and 12, loss of 2 on first down. They have handled Weezar very well so far. He's had 4 100-yard games this season. They hand off to Weezar, and there is Reese Harwood to hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and only a gain of 1. Weezar with 562 yards. He had 123 against Jefferson, 104 against Edison. He had 107 against Sam Houston, 103 against Brack. And that's the end of the first quarter with the Mules up 20-0. Tonight's game presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
That was so unexpected. For a minute there, I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
Some national banks want you to believe you can only get the best digital services from them. Well, agree to disagree. At Broadway Bank, we're partnering with big tech firms and local vendors to do things differently. We're building a best-in-class customer experience that lets you connect with us 24/7 without sacrificing the personal service only an independent bank can provide. Award-winning and based right here in Texas. That's modern banking. Visit us at broadway.bank.
Will Broderick with his second interception of the season. Gallegos threw it up for grabs. I think he was trying to hit Frankie Sanchez, and he hit number 22, Will Broderick.
Well, that's a quick way to kind of waste a 45-yard run, and having the first big gainer of the evening, and then you just can't hang a pass up like that and not expect something bad to happen, especially when you're throwing it all the way across the field.
Second turnover of the night on the Lanier Vokes. And now the offense will begin from their own 24-yard line as we open up the second quarter here at OREM Stadium. That offensive line that we talked about has been so good this year, and they've been healthy. Jackson Hildebrand at left tackle, Austin Supase at left guard, Caden Veal, the center, Alfonso Sandoval, the right guard, Brooks Kieschnick, the right tackle. Only one junior. They've got seniors and one junior, and they're not especially big, but they're really quick.
Yeah, and we did have a rather unusual injury on the field just then. The chain came off of the 10-yard chain, so they had to do a quick repair over there.
A pair of pliers and squeeze it back together?
I guess.
All right, first down at the 24. Michael Terry in as a Wildcat quarterback, and he can be a wild card. He's rolling right, but the defense is there to read that. Well done by the Lanier Vokes.
They definitely stretched that out. And
there was 45, Anselmo Ramos, who was very good moving laterally. And no gain on first down. The Vokes have played some low-scoring games this season. They lost 14-9. They won 8-7. I'd say so. Those are low-scoring games. And now we got a penalty against Alamo Heights. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yarder, and I'm not sure unless it was I didn't see a false start, but
that makes it first down and 15. McKenna. Pistol formation. Bennett Flesher, the running back. McKenna throws it out to the sideline. It is caught and out of bounds by Rhett Anderson. Brings up second down and about 4 yards to go for the Mules. Yeah, next week, Sam Houston to wrap up the regular season. Tonight they're looking for their 18th straight district win. They have outscored their opposition 435-108 coming into the game tonight for the season.
And as you mentioned, 40-plus points of that was the first game against Seguin.
Yeah, 42 to Seguin as they lost the opener 42-39. Calling it second down and about 6. And a fumble. The snap went off the face mask of McKenna, covered up by Bennett Flesher. A rare mistake on the snap by Alamo Heights.
And that's one of the things that Alamo Heights is really going to have to guard against. It's getting a little sloppy, getting a little complacent, a little overconfident. The coaches want to see that good, crisp, fundamental football all throughout the game, no matter what the score is.
Now Terry is back at wide receiver. He's to the near side with Thistle. That's Anderson at the top of the screen. Third down and 9. McKenna. Look at the time he's got. Over the middle. Overthrew Wyatt Thistle. Might have been catchable. The ball was a little bit high, but a rarity for Alamo Heights this year. They're going to have to punt.
And this is something you may have to do a little bit of research there.
Carson De Leon is their punter.
Okay.
They went about 4 games without punting, and I remember they got to that 4th game and had to punt. I said, I can't remember who the punter is. And it's Carson De Leon. Marquise Dixon is deep for the Vokes. He's at the 40.
Well, he's going to be kicking into that stiff wind.
That's why it feels cooler tonight. Wind coming out of the north. De Leon.
Oh, my. He got all of that.
Oh, wow. Look at that. At the 30, takes a bounce inside the 20. Still rolling. And they'll down it at the 15-yard line.
60 yards on that kick.
The special teams are good in every area for Alamo Heights. Their field goal kicker and their extra point kicker is accurate. Their punter can punt it deep. They can block punts. They can run back kickoffs and punts. They're good at tackling. They've got good special teams.
I was going to say, what is it that they're not good at? Let's make this list a whole lot shorter.
Ted Davis along with Bill Seals. Before play last night, it appeared that the most likely opponent for Alamo Heights in round one was Kerrville-Tivy. But then Tivy last night at Rutledge Stadium in a game I did upset Veterans Memorial, coming from behind to win that game 35-31.
Well, sitting home watching that and watching them score the winning score with 1 minute to go on a kickoff return.
85-yard kickoff return.
Who says this football's not exciting?
At the 15, Gallegos back in there, hit by Colligan behind the line of scrimmage as they hand it off to Weezar again. Tommy Colligan is blowing up these plays.
For a minute there, I wasn't sure if he didn't start out in the backfield, he got there so fast.
I think he's in the huddle. So he knows the play when he gets up there. That was a loss of 3. And if things go the way you think they'll go in District 13, the most likely opponent right now would be Lockhart. But Lockhart and Tivy will play next week, and anything can happen. Playoffs will begin in 2 weeks. It's that time of year. It's coming fast. 2nd down and 13 for Lanier. Gallegos to Weezar again, and no gain. Well, when your offensive line can get no push, there's not much you can do.
Not only are they getting no push, once the initial contact comes, they're going to kind of going backwards.
Yep.
So the running back, he might get to the line of scrimmage a little more, but
3rd down and 11. They have broken one big play for, what was it, over 40 yards?
Yeah, it's 45-yarder, and I don't think we'll see that happen again because, well,
they hand off to Weezar again. He will maybe gain 4 yards, but they needed 11. And 4th down again. This time they'll be kicking with the wind at their back, although the wind has died down a little bit. You look at those flags on the goalpost.
Old Glory's still standing out pretty well down there behind the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But that punt, that 60-yard punt was into the wind.
Yeah, what made it even more impressive for De Leon. Anderson back at his 50. Zuniga will kick at his 5. Boy, they're coming after it again. I mentioned 3 straight games with a block punt. Here comes Rhett Anderson again. Look at the blocking out here. Anderson will break to the sideline. Anderson down the sideline.
Oh,
he has the speed.
He's gone.
He'll do it again. No flag on the play. Rhett Anderson has had 4 punt returns for touchdowns this season, 2 in this game. Wow.
All right. He had a little alleyway down this near side, and he just threw it into another game. Let's look at that again. We're just catching the end of it. As he's just cruising into the end zone after, I believe that was 60 yards.
And he has 3 touchdowns for the night. That is now 9 special team touch. I've never heard of that. 9 special teams touchdowns in what we now have as 9 games, averaging 1 per game.
You know, in college, they used to call it Beamer ball, you know, the special teams touchdowns and all the special team plays. I don't think they ever came close to 9.
Ethan Ball with the kick. He's up. He is good at 27-0. 8 minutes to go in the first half. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Production and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Good.
Since 1905, HEB has been proud to work with Texas growers because honestly, there's no taste like home. That's why we created our Texas Roots brand, which supports farmers and brings fresh, local produce to you faster. Whether it's strawberries from Poteet, greens and onions from the Rio Grande Valley, or dozens of other grapes grown around the state, we bring the best of Texas farms to Texas tables. Texas Roots, another reason why at my HEB, here, everything's better.
They're up 27-0 on the Lanier Vokes. And we've had a couple of punt returns for touchdowns. Rhett Anderson has scored 3. McKenna has rushed for 1. They will call for the fair catch right at the 25-yard line, which is where their offense will come back onto the field. When you looked at the numbers for this game, you've got Alamo Heights at about 300, and I've got the number right here, 364 yards per game. This season, Lanier has only averaged 34 yards per game passing. And now they're down 27-0, and you can't pass.
No, and if they punt the ball, they're in trouble because young Mr. Anderson likes to run the length of the field.
Now at the 25-yard line, first down. They lost Chacon on the first possession.
Oh, the big guy
hit in the backfield again as they were trying to go to Torres. That was 37, Mario Torres. Tommy Colligan was in there to make the tackle.
Well, I tell you what, big old Angelo, honest, he got there first. He wrapped him up before he got to the line of scrimmage, and Colligan came in and just said, "Thank you for holding him up. I'm going to finish him off."
Loss of 2. .7:20 remaining, clock runs. Now we will have a timeout, and we'll go to break. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Did you know that over the last 25 years, recapture has cost our schools over $622 million? Despite the cost of recapture, Alamo Heights continues to uphold the tradition of excellence. Because of you, our community. Each member of our community can support our schools year-round by joining our Mules Monthly Giving Program or by becoming a hero for Heights. Join our community in celebration at Greater Heights Night in the fall and at Reunite at Heights in the spring. Make a meaningful one-time gift to our teacher fund or endowment. All donations from our community help uphold the tradition of excellence.
Gallegos with another season after this. This is a 10-team district, so 9 district games and 1 non-district game for all of the teams in District 14. Dixon in motion. Handoff to Torres, sweeping left, tracked down by Adrian Rodriguez, number 30. Look at that pursuit by the defensive end. We've got a flag right at the end of the play.
Yeah, and we haven't had very many of those this game. We had a false start on Alamo Heights, I believe, on their very first possession, the very first play. Has there been any other flags out there? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let's see what the White Hat has to say. And right now, he's holding out for a better deal. Let's see. Holding against the Lanier Volks, and that's going to be refused. It's going to be a 4th down and 12.
I think Lanier can relax a little bit because Michael Terry is going to return this punt and not Rhett Anderson, and yet Michael Terry 3 times this year has returned a kickoff for a touchdown.
I was going to say, is this the frying pan or the fire? I mean.
But Rhett Anderson is not back, and Zuniga will kick it away. 4th down and 12. And again, they blocked a punt in 3 straight games. They're coming again. Here they are, and they almost got it. Kick it away from Terry. The ball will go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, and great field position for Conley McKenna and that offense to come back on the field up 27-zip.
Well, that's one way not to have that thing returned, rapidly to the end zone, is just kick it out of bounds. And, that's probably the, discretion's a better part of valor. Do not kick it to any person wearing a dark blue jersey.
Said the ball went out of bounds at the 43-yard line, so 1st down. McKenna out there with Flesher in the backfield. On 1st down, the defense is still doing the dance. You see what they're doing, constant motion. McKenna out to Terry. Michael Terry with that big body will gain about 2 yards and then carry a tackler for 2 more. That ends up being a gain of about 5 for the sophomore Michael Terry.
Yeah, he was hit almost immediately after catching, maybe a yard or 2 downfield, and then he just kept his legs moving, driving, and picked up actually 6 yards. He pulled a few tacklers downfield with him.
On 2nd and short, 2 tight ends will come into the game. Number 88, Henry Robeson, and number 48, Bennett Johnson, who's only a sophomore, and he will get a lot of playing time next season with Robeson graduating. He's a very tall player, number 48. 2nd down and short. Now Terry is in the backfield, and he's the quarterback as a Wildcat. Terry will run. Flesher is blocking, and he's got the 1st down and more across the 40. He drags tacklers to the 35-yard line. Still going to the 30. Looked like a rugby scrum. What a run by Michael Terry.
20 yards on that run by Michael Terry. And, we're getting a little bit of assistance here. We can hear the coaches in the booth next to us, and heard them saying, okay, have everybody block down on that. And they did. They all fired out straight ahead, and Terry just picked his hole and slid through for 20 yards.
1st down at the 31. Thistle is to the right, and Anderson to the near side. 2 tight ends. Flesher will sweep right, inside the 30. Flesher slices to the 25 and tackled at the 24. And a little extra curriculars there between Jackson Hildebrand and number 36 on the defense, Leo Reyes, and they're going to throw a flag on Jackson Hildebrand.
And I think one of the, for some reason, Alamo Heights is walking backwards. I guess they think it's going to be on them, because I also noticed one of the Alamo Heights players, he came over and did a little Irish jig on the flag as he was heading back to the huddle. Let's see. They're going to mark this off against Alamo Heights.
Yeah, I think Jackson Hildebrand.
Personal foul, yes.
A little extra pepper after the play. And that's going to be a 15-yarder. Back to the 38-yard line. Yeah, personal foul.
And that's interesting. That was after the play, but they're still showing 1st down on the yard marker. So,
well, the scoreboard says second down, but it is first down. Nope, now it's second down.
They fixed it. I was going to say, that penalty was after the play. That's costly.
Michael Terry will run right. Flesher is blocking. Terry straight up the middle of the field. And he almost got to the first down. Came up about 3 yards short at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he picked up the penalty yardage.
When you've got McKenna who can run and then throw, and then you, as a change of pace, you throw Terry in there and his running ability, that's a double combination.
Right. It's a, which poison do you want to drink tonight?
Here's Thistle to the top of the screen. Anderson to the bottom. Third down and short, 3rd and 4. Again, the 2 tight end formation. Terry keeps it again. Terry has the first down and more. Straight line to the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Terry.
25-yard run dash.
And Michael Terry finds the end zone again. That is the 17th time that he has found the end zone this season. That is a whopping lot of touchdowns for 9 games. And now I think they want to go for 2 again, as they get their offense onto the field. And sure enough, Conley McKenna is back out there. Score is now 33-0 with 3:11 to go in the second quarter.
Okay, now this is a little strange.
Student body left.
It's not the swinging gate, is it? No.
Henry Robeson is the center. Now Anderson in motion. McKenna will throw to Anderson. He got it. That's a 2-point conversion to make it 35-0 as we play late in the second quarter.
So Anderson can score 2 points in addition to 6.
Yep. And he's had quite a night with 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions. Oh, okay.
Well,
I think and the kickoff will be fair caught again. Well, we have a lot of candidates for the John Wayne Player of the Game, and you can vote during our broadcast at johnwayne.com. You see it right there. Just by voting at johnwayne.com, you will be eligible for a $10,000 home makeover from John Wayne Service Company. It's like the lottery is now up to, like, I don't know, 80, 60 trillion billion. You can't win if you don't play, and you can't get the makeover if you don't vote at johnwayne.com. And if you pick the player we pick after the game, you will get 2 tickets to the San Antonio Gunslingers.
well, by the way, it's over $800 million now. So
Okay.
just John Wayne's not giving that away, by the way. He does support high school football. It's amazing.
Handoff off the right side, and no gain again for Jeremiah Wiesar, who I mentioned has had 4 games this year of more than 100 yards in a game, and they're having trouble making a yard right now. That time they got 1, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, this Alamo Heights defense is just, I think what happened was that big 45-yard run, it woke them up. I know it woke their coaches up. And I'm sure that there was a few quiet discussions about we're not going to have that happen again.
High formation of Wiesar, number 20, and Mario Torres. Torres was the player who broke the big run. Under center, Gallegos will hand off to Torres. He gains maybe another yard, and look at the number of tacklers they have there. They have at least 4 or 5 guys in on every play.
Well, they're kind of swarming like a bunch of fire ants on a big old caterpillar laying on top of the mound there, because they're all over it and they're biting them and just hauling them down to the ground.
I was mowing my lawn one time and ran over a fire ant mound and didn't know it until they bit me, and I found out I was allergic to them. So
boy.
It was a trip to the hospital for a little shot, and they got me before I puffed up too bad.
First time I ran into them was a place, I don't know if you know, Miller's Pond down on the south side. I was just moved to San Antonio, didn't know anything about it. I was out there fishing, and I was standing in the water about knee deep, and they were going across the water.
Oh, yeah, they can do that.
And,
yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, up my legs. Not fun.
3rd down and 8. Flag on the play. Gallegos will throw it deep to Dixon, and it is almost intercepted by Ethan Ball, who's one of their cornerbacks and also their kicker, and he had a bead on that one, but he couldn't hang on as Dixon was the intended receiver.
And I'm not sure. This has got to be one of those either false start, offsides, or illegal formation. It's illegal procedure, probably a formation call because they let the play run out.
By the way, it's senior night here at OREM Stadium. All of the seniors on the team got recognized before the game with their parents on the field. Now, 4th down. Alamo Heights has a lot of seniors. This has been a program that has been good for a long time. Under Ron Ritteman, they are 27-5. Ritteman, in his 3rd season, spent 12 years at Johnson and was at Madison before that.
Yeah, and right down the road, there's Ritteman Road. I always thought that they after the coach, but I guess he hadn't been here long enough for that.
Trying to block a punt. They come through, and Colligan almost got it. Terry will grab it at the 40-yard line. Michael Terry breaks out to the right side and tripped up, or he might have gone a long, long, long way. That was maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Vicente Lopez, number 4.
Yeah, he had an alleyway up there on the far side of the field. He doesn't catch that shoestring and pull him down. He's gone. He's still running. Well, they got 1:14 to add to this lead.
And here comes
number 7,
Conley McKenna. I don't believe that in the games I've done, and I've done all but one game. I didn't do the Highlands game, but Conley McKenna has not played in the 4th quarter of any of the games I've done. And up 35-0. That seems to be the trajectory for the game tonight as McKenna will drop back, has time. Double pump, now runs straight up the middle of the field across the 40, slices to the near sideline, and will run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. He is bigger than you would think. He's 190 pounds. He's not that tall, but when he runs, he's tough to bring down.
And he's quick. Not only quick, he made the cut there. He did a good hard cut to the outside, picked up another 4 or 5 yards, and didn't have to take a beating by getting hit.
So he ran out of bounds at the 36. See the time remaining. Well, it's 1:04 remaining, and it's 35-0 Alamo Heights. Now McKenna from the pistol. McKenna will drop back, fires it out to the near side. It is caught by Red Anderson. He bobbled it, but then regained possession. Xavier Jackson, a linebacker, came over to knock him out of bounds.
And it's right at the down marker, and they're saying, yes, it's 1st down.
So 1st down at the 26-yard line. Now 54 seconds to play.
Interesting, they started the clock even though he went out of bounds.
McKenna from the pistol. Short drop, fires it out, caught by Jack Sawyer, backup wide receiver, a senior. He's upended by Jordan Garcia, the cornerback who submarined him. And we'll see if they are going to call timeout here. They've got all 3 of their timeouts, and they will take a timeout. We'll keep it here during this break. You look at this district, Alamo Heights has already wrapped it up. They've got the district title. 4 teams go, obviously. Burbank and Harlandale are 5 and 2. They're tied for second place. Sam Houston and Highlands are both 4 and 3. Lanier is 3 and 4. So what you've got is 5 teams competing for 3 spots here in the district.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what the situation, whether or not Lanier is going to be eliminated, but if they lose this game, and right now it's not looking real good for the Volks, it's going to make it real tough to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they would be 5 losses. And tonight, watch that Highlands-Sam Houston game. They are tied with 4 and 3 records, and they're playing at Sam Houston this evening. Burbank is playing Edison. That should be a win for Burbank. Harlandale is playing Jefferson. All of those games are being played tonight. 26 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 5. McKenna out to the side. This is Flesher. He makes the catch inside the 20. Now 20 seconds remaining, and they will call another timeout. They've got 1 remaining. They'll be facing 3rd down and about 4.
Well, right now in the second period, Highlands is up on Sam Houston 20-0.
Wow.
So that game there might be of some interest to the folks who are watching this game.
And a bounce back for Highlands that lost to Lanier last week, 21-20.
And here's a little bit of a surprise. Harland is only beating Jefferson 7-3 in the second period.
So Harlandale up 7-3. Huh. Interesting. Jefferson coming in at 2-5 in district play. Now last night, McCollum beat Brackenridge. 45-14 was the score. They've got a good one in 6A tonight at Rutledge Stadium. Judson and Steele. Steele is the number 1 team in the KSAT Top 12. They're the only undefeated team in that KSAT Top 12. And they're playing Judson tonight at Rutledge.
And it's 7-0 Steele in the first period. So that's going to be that's a good game. That's 2 heavyweights going at it.
Now 19 seconds remaining. See the score, 35-0. McKenna sets up, looks for the end zone. Anderson, wide open, touchdown. That is his 4th touchdown of the game. Senior Red Anderson broke wide open, and McKenna hit him. McKenna now has 27 touchdown passes this season.
This is amazing.
And Ethan Ball to look for the 42nd point. We have 16 seconds remaining in the half. Ball very accurate. He's good again. And the count goes to 42-0 with only 16 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
Well, that was a 5-play, 50-yard drive. The 19-yard McKenna to Anderson. And that drive, I'll give you, what do you think the over-under is on that drive, time-wise?
Time-wise, I think that was when they get the ball back. I'm trying to remember. I would say less than a minute.
58 seconds.
Okay, see, less than a minute. 58, right there. I have an internal clock.
Is that what that is? Okay. Yeah.
You know, the beauty of doing what I did for 37 years, doing NBA games, is that most of my games started at 7 and 7:30 in the evening, and I never had to set an alarm. I just woke up when I woke up because, you know, I was not going to oversleep for a 7 or a 7:30 game.
Well, you know, young fellows like you get to be my age, you know, you like to get a few extra hours in there, you know, but
16 seconds to go, and the bands will perform at halftime. We'll be having a look at their performance. We hope to talk to Ron Ritterman here at the end of the half. We've got LaRon Fields down on the field, and we'll be talking to the coach about the first half performance of his team, which has been very impressive again, up 42-0. Here's the kick to the sideline, and it will be dropped, and he called a fair catch. So they will keep it right there and put it at the 25-yard line.
For the people listening to this game that don't know, we both have a few gray hairs.
Yes, I've been around for a while. And still going strong.
Yep, long enough to remember Eisenhower as president.
Not me. My first memory of a president would have been Kennedy. And I was younger, obviously, but remember Kennedy very well.
Well,
temperature down to 61 degrees here at OREM Stadium, which they refurbished a couple of years ago. Did a nice job on that.
Oh, goodness gracious. A few years ago, when you had to come up to the press box, it was a climb.
Now they'll take a knee and be content to go to the locker room, and the Vokes are down 42-0. By the way, a Voke is a cog in a bigger wheel. And also they think that it came from the fact that Lanier was a vocational school when they first started. And so that's why they are called the Lanier Vokes. And now Ron Ritteman is out there on the field. He's going to have conversation with some of the officials. And we're going to wait and hope to get a word with Ron Ritteman, now in his third season. Looking downfield, on the field for LaRon Fields.
I see him right now. He's approaching Coach Ritteman.
And there goes LaRon, and let's see. All right, we have LaRon. LaRon, you're there with Coach Ritteman, and let's see if he's ready. Take it away. All right, Ron Ritteman with his comments about the first half to LaRon Fields. It is 42-0 at halftime. The Mules have the lead over the Vokes. We'll have the halftime performances of the bands coming up in just a moment. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the, oh well, they've gone to break. Okay, here's what needs to happen.
Halloween, yeah, that was her first guess. Did they forget uniforms or something?
Now, this is the Lanier band, right?
Yeah, ours is.
Yeah, that's your band over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Casey doesn't make it back. Welcome back, and we're looking at the Lanier Vokes Marching Band. Looks like they're about to put on a Halloween spectacular halftime show. One thing I did not mention, by the way, it's Bill Seals here at OREM Stadium, did not mention was watching the news the other night, and they were doing a big food distribution, and the Lanier Volks football team was handing out the food that was being distributed. But right now, let's sit back and listen to this Lanier Volks marching band.
I'll tell you what, first thing we're going to do is we're going to find out who was the John Wayne Service Company Player of the Week last week. That is always an award that we look forward to. And, of course, Bobby Stotzenberger is a part of that. Here we go.
Drum major, the big is yours.
Halftime here at Orem Stadium on a crisp Friday night under the lights in the fall. Temperature down around 60 degrees. 42-0 at the half. The Mules have the lead over the Lanier Vokes. This is the Lanier Marching Band. Let's listen in and watch their halftime performance. And then we'll have the Alamo Heights Mules Band. Well, that is the Lanier Voke Band. The director was riding a dinosaur. They had their Halloween costumes on. Of course, Halloween coming up. And hard to believe that we've blown through the end of October already. We're at the end of October, headed toward November. We've got 1 week left in the regular season, Bill Seals, and then it is playoff time, and then the fun really begins.
Yeah, it's going to get out of control here pretty soon with all the games going on, and the fact you said it's 1 week left, and there's still an awful lot of teams fighting and clawing to get back in to those playoffs. And
any update on the Highland-Sam Houston game?
Let's see. Well, we got oh my goodness, we have a full slate of games tonight, and if you notice here on Texas Sports Productions, we've got a whole list of them tonight. Just let me run down some, see if I can find, let's see, the Highlands game. Oh, Smithson Valley, 28-7 over Buda Hayes. That's a game that's going to be of interest to those other 5A schools. Bernie's knocking off Summerbet 14-0 in the second. That's for that district lead.
Oh, there it goes, right there. We got Burbank, Burbank 16-13 over Addison, and it is 20-0 Highlands over Sam Houston tonight. So if that stands up, Highlands would go to 5-3. Sam Houston would go to 4-4. And, of course, Harlandale and Burbank are both 5-2 in district play. They are tied for second place. Alamo Heights has already won the district title.
Yeah, there's just so many different scenarios going on in the different district area. And plus, when you have a redistricting and teams get shuttled around and shifted, some of those natural rivalries sort of got kind of set aside for 2 years. Now, Alamo Heights now is in this district, and they're trying to build up some new rivalries, but they keep outscoring everybody by, the average, 54-4.
Yeah, they are 54 per game, 56 in district play. The fewest points they have scored in the district has been 48 in the victory over Harlandale, and Harlandale was 5-0 at the time. All right, here's the Marching Mule Band. We'll listen in.
Mule Band is excited to perform their competition marching show, the last performance of the year. Entitled From the Ground Up, it features music by Adams, Part-Time, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Home from Munoz, and When We Wish Upon a Star. Tonight's performance features soloists Sophia Johnson on flute, Cory Smith on oboe, and Jaden Gentles on saxophone. The Mighty Mule Band thanks the Alamo Heights community for their support during the competition marching season. Fantastic season. Congratulations, guys. And now, viewing stands, please stand for the Alamo Heights fight song featuring Cambridge and Woodbridge junior thrillers coached by Ms. Tammy Lawson. Following tradition, the senior class members of the band will leave their shoes on the field for another band member to pick up, signifying the big shoes that need to be filled by incoming band students. Thank you, seniors, for your work. Build the band from ground up.
And we have watched the halftime performance of the Marching Mule Band, finished up with the school fight song with the little ones out there. And we're almost set to start the third quarter here at OREM Stadium on the campus of Alamo Heights High School. The Mules have a 42-0 lead over the Lanier Volks as they're going to go 8-0 in district play. We'll have the third quarter coming up in just a moment. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Oh, hey there. Now you're watching the game tonight. We thought we'd remind you that it's a great day to be kind.
We love football season. It's all about coming together and celebrating each other as a school, working together to accomplish something amazing.
That's why we think it's a great day to be kind is so important. At the end of the day, it's our kindness and our compassion towards others that makes us Alamo Heights.
So at the game today, remember to be kind.
Be kind to our custodial staff by throwing away trash in the designated trash cans across the stadium.
Be kind to our opponents and our officials and show good sportsmanship. It's so good.
Be kind to those around you by giving plenty of personal space, especially in the student section.
When we all work together, our small acts of kindness grow. It creates something bigger in each one of us. So remember, next time you get the chance, just be kind. It makes all the difference in the world. And remember, it's a great day to be kind.
Like, where's my closest ER? Does it take my insurance? And what is it rated? Is it worth waiting for an emergency to figure things out? At Methodist Healthcare, we've got you covered. All of our ERs provide top quality care with the highest safety standards. Rest assured,
And we're back live at OREM Stadium. You see the tunnel that the Alamo Heights Mules will run through to come onto the field. For the seniors, this will be their last regular season game that they'll play here at OREM Stadium. Now they're likely to have a playoff game here in a couple of weeks. And right now it would be more likely Lockhart than Kerrville-Tybee, but that'll be determined in the final week of the season, as they are likely to get a team from District 13 5A, which will be won by Liberty Hill, the team that eliminated Alamo Heights last season. And if you look at the scoreboard right now, Bill Seals, you've got Harlandale in a surprisingly close game against Jefferson, 13-3. Harlandale has the lead. Highlands is up 20-0 on Sam Houston, and Burbank is only up, well, they're up 3 on Edison.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, anything and everything that you think can happen will happen. just came in that Steele is now up 14-0 on Judson. A couple of the heavyweights going at it tonight. And Smithson Valley over Buda Hayes, 28-7. So we're seeing in that district, that 6A district, some little bit of movement, not much. But you never know in these games this time of year what's going to happen. I will say this, so in our game we got here, I don't know if you want to call it a moral victory, but my prediction at halftime was it was going to be 49-0, and it's 42-0, because the Volks are just a little bit outclassed here today as far as the talent and so forth, and it's a new coach taking over the program. And this Alamo Heights team, they are a juggernaut. They are going to make a deep run into the playoffs.
Yeah, they did last year, going 13-1. Only Liberty Hill eliminated them in the regional final. If you're wondering about tiebreakers, Burbank and Harlandale are currently tied at 5-2. Burbank beat Harlandale. Burbank also beat Sam Houston, but Burbank lost to Highlands. So they have the tiebreaker against both of their competitors, Harlandale and Sam Houston, so they've got an advantage on that one. Alamo Heights wrapped up the district title last week with that victory at Alamo Stadium against Edison, 69-7. And in district play, they have put up 56 points, then 49, 56, 62, 56, 48, 69, and right now 42. And the bad news for the Lanier Volks is that the offense will get the ball first for the Alamo Heights Mules.
Well, even a little bit worse news. Look who's back there to return the kickoff.
Michael Terry, who has returned 3 kicks for touchdowns this season. And Jack Sawyer, number 4, is back there.
Yeah. I would think they're going to kick this thing away from Terry.
Well, what they do is if they kick it away from Terry, Sawyer will run and give it to Terry. So unless you can kick it out of the end zone or pooch it, you're not going to get it away from Terry. They find a way to get him the ball.
Well, he's 6'3" and he's over 200 pounds, so.
Good-looking athlete who's only a sophomore. Now, McKenna will be graduating. Colin Ernst is a junior, the backup quarterback. He's played a lot, but Terry could be the quarterback next year, too. They do pooch it, but Terry will try to pick it up. He has it, now reverses it to Sawyer, who comes to the near side. Sawyer at the 40, at the 50. Sawyer is gone. How about this? Their third punt return for touchdown in the game.
I thought he was dead to rights. He got the ball at the 20-yard line. He did a little jitterbug number at about the 25. That was after Terry handed him the ball. And then it was, again, the waters parted, and boom, down he went 80 yards after Terry gave him the ball.
And can you believe they've had 3 special teams touchdowns in the game tonight, giving them 10 for the season? 10 in 9 games. Remarkable.
Yeah, and well, now this one took a little longer. It took all of 15 seconds to get that score in the book. And, well, remember I said I thought it'd be 49-0 at halftime. Well, it took them an extra 15 seconds to get to that 49 point.
To make it 49-0 as we start the third quarter with a bang by the Mules. It's been a good day to be a Mule so far. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Did you know that over the last 25 years, recapture has cost our schools over $622 million? Despite the cost of recapture, Alamo Heights continues to uphold the tradition of excellence. Because of you, our community. Each member of our community can support our schools year-round by joining our Mules Monthly Giving Program or by becoming a hero for Heights. Join our community in celebration at Greater Heights Night in the fall and at Reunite at Heights in the spring. make a meaningful one-time gift to our teacher fund or endowment. All donations from our community help uphold the tradition of excellence.
Well, how about this? 3 kicks returned for a touchdown in this game. 2 by Rhett Anderson, 1 by Sawyer on a kickoff. And now the kickoff to the near side will be fair caught at the 10-yard line, and the Vokes are content to set up their first offensive possession of the third quarter at the 25-yard line. They just could not generate any push on the offensive line to the defensive line, and they're challenged offensively on most nights anyway. Their highest scoring game was 36 in a victory over Jefferson in district play in the second game of the season. But against Floresville, they scored 7. Against Harlandale, they were shut out. Against Edison, they scored 16. They lost to McCollum and scored 9. They beat Sam Houston 8-7, so they've beaten Sam Houston and Highlands in district play, but they're offensively challenged, and they lost their quarterback, Chacon, on the first possession. And now Gallegos will hand off straight ahead Torres, who broke off a big run in the first half, but now gains only about a yard on first down.
Well, that seems to be a standard practice here. They're handing the ball off inside, and they're getting 1 or 2 yards if they make positive yardage. That Alamo Heights defense has been able to bust through, have penetration, and drop them for losses on an awful lot of the first down plays.
One more game left for Alamo Heights in the regular season. It will be at the Sports Complex in San Antonio next week. They take on the Sam Houston Hurricanes. There's a fumble, but picked up and handed off to the running back, and again, no gain.
Yeah, that went nowhere. I mean, that fumble completely threw the timing off to that play, and
Alamo Heights throwing a shutout so far tonight. They've only allowed 20 points in the last 5 games, and they have had shutouts this year against Burbank, 62-0, and against Harlandale, 48-0, at a time where those two teams were both 5-0 when the game began in district play.
Well, we've got that 3rd and long now, and that lack of a passing offense is definitely hurt.
Old-fashioned I formation, handoff to Torres. They'll sweep left. He'll have the first down, but they threw a flag, and I think we had a hold, and this one is going to come back. That's the second time that Mario Torres has broken one, but they threw the flag very quickly on the play, and this will be against the Vokes.
Yeah, it's in the backfield, and
now they're bringing this one back. That Alamo Heights defense, they play a 3-4. Bennett Sanders, 44. Angelo Anise, the nose guard.
Chop block is the call.
Yeah.
You know there's something going on when the flag is thrown back there behind the line of scrimmage, and they had linemen pulling, so somebody was obviously engaged up top, and somebody came in and chopped them out low.
Adrian Rodriguez, the defensive end, and then William Hale started at linebacker. Harrison Sobey, Tommy Colligan, the senior, Will Broderick, Andrew Conley, Ethan Ball, the corners, Corbin Gunter, and senior Jackson Duffin back there as safeties.
Yeah, I noticed the coaching staff for Lanier had a few editorial comments to the white hat on that play.
Now 3rd down, and I think they have to go to Bernie for the first down. Handoff off the right side, and the ball is loose, picked up by Rodriguez, and he runs it into the end zone. Is that a touchdown, or was the ball down? They're calling it a touchdown. Adrian Rodriguez with the scoop and score. Handed the ball off to Torres. He is injured on the play, but the ball came loose. And it's suddenly 55-0 here early in the third quarter, and we're only, less than 3 minutes in?
Wow.
And
I'm kind of in shock here because
Torres is up. That's the good news. He's walking off the field unaided. Well, defense creating offense. They have done that in a couple of games this season. Last week, Andrew Connolly at the cornerback spot in the victory over Edison at Alamo Stadium returned an interception for a touchdown. When you can score on special teams and you can score on your offense and your defense can score, you can really score.
Well, the second half, the offense for Alamo Heights has not touched the ball, and they put 13, and it's going to be 14, I would assume, because, you know, the kickers have been having an awesome day.
I don't remember Ethan Ball missing a point after this season.
Oh, don't be the curse of the broadcaster. It is not.
He's too good for that.
Yes.
Well, here we are with 9:14 to play, 56-0. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Production and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Did you know that over the last 25 years, recapture has cost our schools over $622 million? Despite the cost of recapture, Alamo Heights continues to uphold the tradition of excellence. Because of you, our community. Each member of our community can support our schools year-round by joining our Mules Monthly Giving Program or by becoming a hero for Heights. Join our community in celebration at Greater Heights Night in the fall and at Reunite at Heights in the spring. Make a meaningful one-time gift to our teacher fund or endowment. All donations from our community help uphold the tradition of excellence.
And it will be deep, and it will hit at the 2 to the end zone. Barely.
Almost dangerous. That ball, that checked up like a Vokey wedge there, and it wanted to do a little backspin and come back on the field, which would have let it be a live football.
Well, the backups are now coming on for the Mules. They have had a ton of playing time this year. They're second and third teamers. The starters have not played in the fourth quarter for the games I've seen since the opener when they played Seguin, and the seniors didn't play in that game. And so now with under 9 minutes to go, you've got some of the backups in there, and we will try to identify them as much as we can. On first down, the handoff straight ahead, a gain of about 3 on that play. And that was a new running back in there. We haven't seen him so far. He's number 5, Ricardo Rivas, senior running back. Let's see, we've got Blake Killian at a corner, Charles Bueller at a safety, Mason O'Daniel at a corner. Trevino is at a linebacker, so is Trey Mines. On second down and 7, handoff to Weezar. That's his best run of the game. He finally breaks one. Their leading rusher, a first down out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a quick 15. So,
number 53, Lauren Christensen, is into the game.
And number 20.
Weezar got hurt.
He came up with a little hitch in his get-along. Hopefully he's going to be all right, but looks like he turned an ankle, but...
Number 70, James Davila, is into the game right now, as is number 56. That's Gage Massey.
Okay.
He's a junior.
I saw a number 53 out there for Alamo Heights.
Yeah, I got him. He's Lauren Christensen.
This is where you get to earn your pay.
Hale Ward, number 25, is out there on the field. Let's see, did I miss anybody?
82 just ran onto the field. That looks like Benjamin Snowden.
Yeah, Snowden will come in as a defensive back, and Bueller will go out. Bueller. George Hale, number 29, is in the game as a linebacker.
49 is Joseph Trevino.
Yeah, he's out there. So I think we identified most of them that are on the field now. They'll cycle guys in and out. In fact, they already have. Andrew McKnight, number 15, is in at a cornerback. Give off to Torres. They got a first down a moment ago. That's a gain of 5. He just kept churning the legs. Let's see. Here comes number 65 into the game. That is Fernando Rivera. He is a junior defensive lineman. Here comes number 23 into the game. That's Jacob Lee. He's a senior defensive back. Now second down. And about 4 yards to go. If the Mules can win next week, and they will be favored heavily against Sam Houston in that game at the sports complex, they'll have an undefeated district season again for the 3rd year in a row. Torres will take the handoff and come up a little bit short of the first down. 3rd down and short for the Lanier Vokes.
This just might be 4 down territory, though.
Oh, I would think so.
I would think so. You know what? They've crossed the 50-yard line for the second time tonight.
Yes, they have, and the first time they ended up getting a turnover. Now it's 3rd down. In the shotgun, this is Gallegos. Oh, here comes the pressure, number 38, Garrett Tullison into the game at a linebacker. He gets a sack. He shot through there in a hurry, Bill.
Wow. He came in from that, I believe, that outside linebacker spot, and with the, almost a corner blitz, but he's the outside linebacker, and he shot through there so quickly. Nobody picked him up, and he blindsided the quarterback. So,
and because of the sack, it is not 4 down territory. Emiliano Zanega, their kicker, will punt it away, and let's see who might be able to run back another punt. If it's Parks Zunker, he has already done it once this year in a game. I think that's him. Yep, Zunker has got it, coming to the near side, and Zunker will be tackled.
But there's a block in the back, trust me. It was right in front of her at the 40-yard line.
And a young man is down on the play. I think he may have been the one blocked, and the Alamo Heights trainers are out there in a hurry. Hope for the best. And we've got a delay with 5:16 to play. Let's go ahead and take a break. Score is 56-0. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team. Back. He's the junior who's had a lot of second half playing time this season. Ernst setting up, throwing it deep for Zunker, had him, and the pass was a little bit too high. Jordan Garcia, number 9, was back there defending. Let's see, we have got Bennett Johnson in as tight end. Clark Mandigo is the running back, number 24. Jack Sawyer is in there. offensive line is James Jekyll at right tackle. Alex Westmoreland is at right guard. We'll name the rest of the offensive line. Ernst in the pistol. Ernst will keep it himself across the 35-yard line near the first down. They've got number 68 in there as a offensive lineman. That is Brandon Barron. Robert Romero is out there, number 77. Now Henry Robeson comes in at tight end. Josh Hurtado, number 18, is running off. Miles Wright at the top of the screen. Sawyer to the bottom. Third down and short. 2 tight ends in the game. Ernst will keep it himself. Got a block. And he had the first down. Got hit. Now continues on and has more across the 45-yard line for the first down. Ernst is a capable runner himself as the backup quarterback.
This is a part of the game where I really enjoy working with somebody who has worked a lot of Alamo Heights games because there's an awful lot of new players in there, and they're shuttling them in, and I think you've got this entire lineup memorized.
Yeah, I've done now 8 of their 9 games. I've only missed 1 game, and so when you do a team a lot, you can memorize their roster, and I've got a gift for remembering names and numbers. It's good for quick recall. Ernst, near sideline. Sawyer at the 50, makes the catch. Garcia, the cornerback, brings him down. And we're down to 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Season high for the Alamo Heights Mules was scored last week when they put up 69 against Edison. They're at 56 right now.
Yeah, and this is that quandary a lot of times. You can't ask your players to stop playing, and it would be an insult to the other team.
And
so
these guys on the field want to play. And yeah, so it's a kind of a dilemma.
They don't want to have pity. Hey, we're competitors. Give us your best, and we're going to give it our best all the time. And right now, Lanier is playing for pride.
Ernst out to the sideline, caught by Wright inside the 40. They tackle him at about the 37, setting up 2nd down and 2. Noah Puente is the left tackle. They've got Barron at left guard. The center is 77 Romero. Westmoreland is the right guard, and Jekyll is the right tackle. So we have now identified all of the backup linemen that are in the game. Want to give these kids their due. They practice every day, and they want to play well here tonight. 2nd down, about 4. Ernst with the blocker out front. Jitterbugs to the sideline. Makes a cut. I think he got the first down. Let's see if they give him forward progress.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the linesman, and he's definitely going to give him enough to get the first down.
Well, they'll move the chains. We've got the final minute of the third quarter.
I didn't, well, you probably know who the running back is that's in there, but
Clark Mandigo.
Clark, he made a nice block on the outside, held that block, and allowed him to get to the first down marker.
I even have the names and numbers remembered of the players who aren't playing tonight. Manny Hernandez, number 6. Manny Harris, number 16. Throwing deep, it is caught at the 15-yard line. That is Josh Hurtado, backup wide receiver. That was a zipped pass by Ernst.
That was on a line through a very small window and zipped it in there, and that was a nice 18-yard pickup.
And this may be the final play of the third quarter. I think they'll be content to turn around and go to the other end of the field. At the end of 3 tonight at OREM Stadium, the Alamo Heights Mules 56, Lanier 0. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, all powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Did you know that over the last 25 years, recapture has cost our schools over $622 million? Despite the cost of recapture, Alamo Heights continues to uphold the tradition of excellence. Because of you, our community. Each member of our community can support our schools year-round by joining our Mules Monthly Giving Program or by becoming a hero for Heights. Join our community in celebration at Greater Heights Night in the fall and at Reunite at Heights in the spring. Make a meaningful one-time gift to our teacher fund or endowment. All donations from our community help uphold the tradition of excellence.
This fall like Friday night in late October. We are getting down to the end of the regular season. This is week 9. Next week, that's it for the regular season, week 10. And then they get to gear it up again for the playoffs. Last year, a deep run by Alamo Heights, went 13-1 for the season. Sawyer and Mandujano in the backfield. On first down at the 15. Ernst hands off to Sawyer on a sweep. Sawyer cuts it back inside the 10. Sawyer dives into the end zone. His second touchdown of the second half. You remember he had the kickoff return to open up the second half. Sawyer has scored 2 touchdowns.
Well,
how about that? Little sweep by Jack Sawyer.
8 plays and 71 yards.
Well, Rhett Anderson has scored 4 touchdowns in the game. Sawyer has scored 2. McKenna has rushed for a touchdown. McKnight with the extra point. He got it. It is 63-0. You're watching high school football, presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team. All right, we go back to play with a 63-0 lead. And McKnight will kick it off. Bounces at the 15. This is Santiago Medina. Defensive back takes it out to the 25-yard line. You know, you can fair catch it and take it to the 25 and you don't take the punishment. just a thought.
Yeah, but you don't think about that when it bounces up and it's hanging in the air. You got to grab it. He got to the 26. So let's give his man his due. He got him an extra yard.
And the Lanier offense will come on. The Alamo Heights defense continues to shuttle in their reserves.
And we got 2 footballs out there on the field right now. And they've made a selection. They're going to give the Alamo Heights team back the kicking football. Is that the one that's filled with helium or hydrogen or something?
Which one is the Tom Brady football? That's what I want to know.
It's the one that's flat on the sideline, but...
From the 25, Gallegos hands off to Torres. Will sweep to the left side and gain about 9 yards on first down. Mario Torres.
Number 23 finally rode him out of bounds. for the Mules. And that was Jacob Lee that ran him out of bounds for the Mules. I had to get down about my fourth layer of papers here to find out who that was.
2nd down and 1. Hand off again to Torres. And he has the first down. They knocked him back a little bit initially, and then with the second effort, he is able to get it out to about the 40-yard line, and they'll move the chains, and we have about 8:20 remaining. From their own 41. And again, 8 minutes remaining. You see the time. So in back-to-back weeks, the Mules have scored 69 against Edison. There's a fumble, and look who is on it. I think the Mules have it, or did a lineman for the Vokes jump on it?
Big old number 77 for the Vokes has looked like the man who was able to corral that thing.
It was Eduardo Martinez, backup lineman, a sophomore. They almost had another turnover. And now 2nd down and about 11 yards to go. Lanier has one more game on their schedule. They will play Burbank next week. Hand off to Torres. He breaks off the right side and gains about 5 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Torres basically shrugged off that first tackler and was able to pick up that extra 3 yards. He's a good-looking little running back. He had that big run, and he's actually had another really nice run that got called back by a chop block.
We will name our John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game after the game. We've got a lot of candidates. Rhett Anderson with 4 touchdowns on the night and a couple of punt returns. And Conley McKenna played very well again. Here is a drive for a first down. I think he got there at the 50-yard line. And that was the backup running back, number 5, Ricardo Rivas, and he will get the first down.
There was a young fellow on defense. You kept calling his name tonight.
Colligan.
Yeah, Colligan. He could be a definite candidate because...
You know, it's a shame because the defensive players never actually get the player of the game. They just don't put up the stats that pop your eyes out.
A running back may carry the ball 20 times. A defensive back may make 10 tackles.
Hand off to Torres, again off the left side. Torres continues on, dragging tacklers to the 40-yard line, very close to another first down. And we've got 5:35 to go in this one. Alamo Heights Mules will be 8-1. The only loss, their only non-district game, they were at Seguin, lost 42-39 on a night when their seniors didn't play. So they very easily could be undefeated. Went undefeated in the regular season last year. On 2nd down and 1. Hand off to Torres. He's got the first down and more. Hale Ward was on his back, but he got knocked off, and then a lot of blue shirts run him out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
And by the way, as long as we're throwing names out there, I mean, Michael Terry, he's had a real good game. We've got a lot of candidates for that John Wayne Player of the Game. I'm not sure what we're going to do here. We're going to have to have a caucus here during a commercial break, and see what we can come up with.
Well, you still got time to vote at johnwayne.com. That's johnwayne.com. Just by voting, you might be able to win a $10,000 home makeover from John Wayne. You'll be eligible for that. Now they run right. Torres again. Torres will break free. Can he get to the end zone? They run him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. This is Torres left and Torres right. All Torres all the time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's carrying people with him, and he's definitely a bright spot here for Lanier tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he had over 100 yards rushing. I mean, we haven't kept stats, individual stats, but he's carried the load for Lanier. And what offense they had has been Mr. Torres.
Now under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. The Lanier Vokes will go to 3-6 on the season and 3-5 in district play. Why not give it to Torres again, driving for the end zone? I think they stand him up a little bit short. He's trying to get in there with second effort.
They mark him at the 1.
Mark him at the 1. This is reminiscent of last week when Edison finally scored late in the fourth quarter to make it 69-7. However, that was on the last play of the game. Now we've got 3:17 remaining.
It's funny, we can hear the Alamo Heights coaches in the booth next to us, and they're well, let's just say there's some agony going on. When they get close to that goal, it's the shutout.
The defensive coaches want the shutout. And here's the handoff straight ahead, and that's a touchdown. That's on Rivas.
Who carried that? I didn't even see. Isn't that awful?
That was Rivas, number 5. So the Vokes find the end zone. 63-6.
That was play number 12 there on that 74-yard touchdown drive. And it took almost 6 minutes.
Extra point try by Zuniga. He got it. 63-7 with 2:55 to go. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app and powered by Texas Sports Productions. Yeah. Anderson.
Since 1905, HEB has been proud to work with Texas growers because honestly, there's no taste like home. That's why we created our Texas Roots brand, which supports farmers and brings fresh, local produce to you faster. Whether it's strawberries from Poteet, greens and onions from the Rio Grande Valley, or dozens of other greats grown around the state, we bring the best of Texas farms to Texas tables. Texas Roots, another reason why at my HEB, here, everything's better.
School, and a Vogue is apparently a small cog in a big wheel, but the big wheel won't work without the small cog, and that would be the Vogue.
It's kind of like you and me. You're the big wheel here, and I'm the small cog. Is that what you're trying to say to me? You're trying to put the hurt on me here?
No, I was just making a point about how this is a very unique nickname matchup tonight. I have never done a game when you have the Mules and the Vokes.
That's true. I tell you what, there's not a whole lot of, these may be unique in their mascots. I don't know if there's another Vogue team in the country, or I'm not sure how many mules there are.
Zuniga to kick it off. And it will be a fair caught. Let's see how many of the second teamers are coming out. With the final 2:23, we'll probably have 3 or 4 plays left. They've got Cullen Runnels in the game as a wide receiver. Also coming in, let's see, do they have a 69 out there? I've not seen a 69 on the field this season. I believe that was 68, Barron. Sawyer, who has had 2 touchdowns in the second half, runs onto the field. Got a minute 6:49 remaining. This is the second most points scored in a game this season by the Mules. 69 against Edison, 63 tonight, 62 against McCollum. Or check that, that was Burbank. And we got a timeout. Yeah, Burbank, 62-0, 69-7 over Edison, and now 63 in this game. We had a delay of game. And as you see, we are down to 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining. And the Mules will get a win on senior night. Have a week to prepare for their last regular season game at Sam Houston next week. Game that will begin at 7. And then they get ready for the serious business of the first round of the playoffs. Ernst handing off near side. And that's a big gain, but not enough for the first down because of the penalty. That was Clark Mandigo. 55 seconds remaining.
Just a few little bits of him. Burbank is now up 23-13 on Edison. Highlands 28-7 over Sam Houston. So those are important games. And Harlandale's up 28-10 on Jefferson.
Wow, okay, so they're pulling away. What was the Highland Sam Houston score?
Oh, goodness gracious. Now you make me want to have to go back.
Second down. This may be the last play of the game. Ernst is going to run it to the near side, and they will knock him out of bounds. Colin Ernst will pick up the first down, but that's going to do it. That will end the ball game, and this run through District 14 continues for the Mules as they win this game tonight 63-7. We will be back in a moment to name our John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game in just a moment. You're watching high school football presented by John Wayne Service Company on the KSAT Big Game Coverage app, powered by Texas Sports Productions and the Alamo Heights Sports Media Team.
Huh?
Tilleron. And we are back at Orem Stadium. Well, we're back at OREM Stadium, 63-7. The Mules get the win. Their record is now 8-1. Perfect 8-0 in district play. In fact, they have now won 18 straight games in district play, dating back to November of 2019, when the last team to beat them was Bernie Champion, way back in November of 2019. They were 5-0 in the district.
All right, Coach Ritterman.
Ago, 5-0
game time,
season,
set match. We're here.
Our John Wayne Service
Senior
Company
night.
Of the game
what does this moment mean to you for the seniors this year?
Let's go to.
Well, it's everything, because what they've put into our program over the last 3 years that I've been here and 4 years that they've been here, they've elevated our whole program, and they've laid the foundation for future teams ahead of them on work ethic and commitment and sacrifice and playing like a family, a bunch of brothers. More proud of the senior group. They've done a great job.
Awesome. Going into the next game, what can you take away from tonight that helps build onto what you're trying to do here at Alamo Heights High School?
Well, it's all about the process. You know, from week 1, now we're in game 9, and we've elevated our game. And if we don't continue to do that, we'll be disappointed at some point in the year. So what we're trying to get done is get better each half of each game. And so we have another one coming up next Thursday with an opportunity for us to improve in all 3 phases of the game to make sure that we're clicking when we get to the playoffs.
Awesome. Coach, tonight the player of the game for you was selected. The John Wayne player of the game is Rhett Anderson. I know he's taking a senior photo, but we need to grab him as soon as possible. What has he meant to you, this offense, and this community?
Well, I mean, Rhett's that guy that he does everything the way you're supposed to do it. He works extremely hard at practice. He works hard in the off season. He's a multi-sport athlete that he just never rests, and he's always trying to get better. And so when he comes out on Friday night, what everybody gets to see, there's been a lot of behind-the-scenes work and preparation for that to happen. But not only that, he's a great leader. He's a playmaker. I can use every word there is for what he means. But I just get excited to know what he does to earn what he gets. There's nothing given to him. He earns every bit of it.
Awesome. You definitely want more of those players in the program. And what I can tell just being here, he does have that impact, and he takes after you. You're one of those coaches that helps kids become better people, not just better players. We appreciate that to you.
Thank you
for doing what you do here at Alamo Heights.
Appreciate what y'all do. Appreciate it. Well, there you see Rhett Anderson. 4 touchdowns in the game tonight. Anderson now has 18 touchdowns for the season. And now the Alamo Heights Mules have a remarkable 10 touchdowns from their special teams this season. They had 3 tonight, 2 by Anderson and 1 by Jack Sawyer. And now I think LaRon Fields is going to get to talk to Rhett Anderson, the senior wide receiver, who's having a big, big year. And we have him right there. So LaRon with Rhett Anderson. Here we go.
All right, guys, we have Rhett Anderson here, the John Wayne player of the game. Rhett, I've seen you week after week. You seem to keep amazing people. What does tonight mean to you, being senior night? You got your bros here. How did tonight's performance feel to you?
It means a lot. Having the whole crowd here, all the students, and playing with the guys I've been playing with my entire life. And just being out here with them means the world to me.
Are you one of those kind of players where it's for everybody? That's the way it comes across the field, that you're a team player. Coach Ritterman just talked about how hard you work. Tell us a little bit about what that process is for you playing at Alamo Heights, putting your craft together.
Ever since 7th grade football, we've been preached to play teamwork ball. And all the way up through here, it's just been team. And when you see those other guys going and you're cheering them on, it means a lot, and that's what a great future for the team will be.
Awesome. Thank you. Again, you're John Wayne player of the game, 3 touchdowns. You do it all, kick return, receiver. We're proud to have you as a Mule.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to Ted Davis.
All right, that is Rhett Anderson. He is our John Wayne Service Company player of the game. The Alamo Heights Mules win the game tonight over Lanier, 63-7. Now they've got 1 game to go at Sam Houston next week, and then it will be off to the playoffs, where they hope to make a deep run for the 2nd year in a row. By the way, thanks to Thomas Kraus, who helped us out in the booth. Thanks to John Munoz and all of his students who helped put the game together as part of the Alamo Heights sports media team. Bill, thank you very much. Appreciate it, and we'll catch up with you down the road. Here we go.
This was outstanding. And it's great to watch a well-oiled machine and a strong football program put all their talents on display this evening.
And I'm off to the Hill Country, where I'll be driving up I-10. I'll be in the right lane. Don't pass me. Just, I'll be going the speed limit, so you don't need to pass me. All right, 63-7, the final score. Alamo Heights gets the win. I'm Ted Davis. We'll see you next time on Texas Sports Productions.